This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Uzia ema munyina kwa ba mfambra Boadu TV so na ene ensem bebre wo ho ensem wo ho ne se okọ emrahye bedwe ma aye butubutu ni nyina ne se na wotwetwe mu na Speaker of Parliament eda ne nkonya seat 4 ebutu ye se aye vacant ni nyina ne se womo a womote sa nkonya no so nyina edifect from bifi NDC akọ independent bifi NPP akọ independent bifi independent aba NPP entina hu behia se obebutu sa nkonya ne nyina Anchebia within 24 hours and NPP for a court Supreme Court and so a ruling in favor of more NPP for no a car said their speaker kaino and yamra and no on sanano it's ne and I was a machine for Quasitan NPP for could do Parliament House NDC for Hakotna or most seats to say or monomoye majority CCR NPP fudu aye chamber no na mu say samoko na amoko egedikidi ya wanhwa ide we ne beba ekwa be kwa da no dinin bia ye friend say so wusu kotna akamba enanso no Parliament akando enanso no ntino ekobasa ebe ha adwen na di ha nti omo fi chamber ho say omo come office na say speaker ba na obeka say dia Supreme Court akani enti no metwe masam na san ya no mababet na majority seat no eso Captain Smart really means to nyoma na ekoso nyina in fact wakeka nsembe brene mpanyefo di nkomafa dia ekoso e was Speaker of Parliament nsema okaya in the Parliament sisi akramoko aseten na yankohwe nsema ekoso
se esese obi ate ne ho ase sese wo memu ha se kabima menkabi amemu na yebuo no ana amemu a emrada ho no ne ye ndafom eyade a enafem na eniema a ewo ho no se wadwen ye o se wo so chen obi a obi so ama wo se o so chen ene ewo gadam na shebedwam no enya agudie se NDC a won akoye majority ne say ene wo kotena se a wo kotwa 11 no wa kotwa betting tax till won asem no wo kotwa 11 na won twa betting tax nim question ne say anye bia no de omokoye ne Ghana for pene so ana the answer is ani if you say wo fa 11 na wo hwe e kapa won a send sika e ma o maame nom won papa nom ne ade na say nam so obi ye bia hwe wo hwe sika yetie e wo eye se wo send momo ama ya atiti momo ama afiatago momo ama hwan 11 na da so no enfaso bi ani so eno nko ana timi to wunsuo by 3 days and one thing is say ehye so ade we na mu ne say NPP for ankasa started a campaign against themselves Ghana for say NPP for ahase eye campaign etia won awo ho enti obi a woni tifie no sorry ano no ane maame obo no wo ye fie wura sese utu no wa ba han wo dan one ne maame na tewo osori ano obo ne maame esese utu no ba bia yeduru sese no ano odin efise ba umia nkasa se ono oba obetwa 11 etina cho se 11 eyadefo na ni kwansa nkeba ba omo de aba eti yentwen no no medi president ansa wotwam the question is say no pini so say on pini so cabinet meeting document no ewo ba umia agreed to it In fact, edu baby wa cabinet anombe edi 11 ba no. Mobile money interoperability na baumia kan na oka no or the no kura support e wo cabinet minute no me wo copy. Enu ye November. November boso na ba no me nkrata me de be good TV we so no. Documents, videos, pictures, ebeba TV we so no ano hye. Eti ono ankasa as a certain vice president and the presidential candidate of the ruling party. Or say Oba Obetcha 11. Why is he campaigning against his own party, his own government? That's number one. Number two, or say betting taxes so Oba Obetchem. So when him say the papa, why don't you speak to Danado today? And I say, you being the head of the economic management team, Unchem Nayanko. Sadima Miani and a majority say as it stands. NDC for a majority of parliament. Upajidi, Upajai. Obviously, Sene, Umuram Rasebedemua, Umbechem. Affair the Atosubi Omni say, taxes be a Kanwa. Ama man no aye bawe no o message twam on say covid levies na egu ukokra niam ba na egu so bawe covid yare atwam afi no aba wa on betwam wonu betwam say tenten eti COVID, yeah, COVID say ya me no ka say. COVID the tax mako enan and na ukọ krania ma egu so wotema habo ya de giden. Yare aba ekọ. Sabe, sa America, sa here China, any other countries yare tete won pa no, won kura no, omo de sika che omo citizens. Ba yen ya haidie yesterday yentua to wu to extent say ukokra ne ma bagana ha yesi tua tax tax no covid yare ye wo covid tax ankasa covid-19 recovery covid-19 special HSN na chese yare bia baba bia no NPP 4 pele so emra no mfangiska empani fo so be yate asese yemfo bi yare ensere no eti se me yare na wo hia me kwam na okachem se yare na ma yare no me maami ayare bi wawu me wo fa bi ayare bi wawu me dofo bi ayare bi wawu wo de yare no wo kondo wani je se me mabusuafo awuo eti what the tax ato yare no so na wo ji yare a ekum me maame yare a ekum me papa yare a ekum me dofo bi yare a ekum me nua wo yare no wo kondo ye ofe wani je ho eti wo de saa yare no wo de pesika gu bottom na den aban ne peso kire. The reality is that Abaino will lose touch. Abaino refi no say nipa na to abama won. Abaino refi say eye oman na odiso. Abaino refi say eye mobrofo bi bebre wo man ni mu a Ghana research a say sa nipa bebrebe wo man mu ha ohancheche mu aduonum echiripo ensia nipa 56% of the total population wawa they cannot have access to 20 Ghana cedis a day. It is a would your mind so now o man nipa woman no wuchem edu emunsia enum ne fa want to be near 20 Ghana cedis a day. Now say some when you chi no yare ba ya kodie wuo ni pe bob na wasase so no be me de me de to so kotua pacho nyansa be na wade we mu nyansa be mpa e na wade we mu eno eti no aban no entimi antena se anwe ne ho se emebu na e wo man mu ha no wonya adwuma nye ade a yede eto oto so no yede boa oman eti sese ya yete we se aban ka se oje ahyawofo tax a de a kire ne se aban age ahyawo atom sa aban si tutu or the tour atoso a de a kire ne se wo ye tutu ni a adwuma na wo ye no aban na age atom eti sese ya me no ka sei asofo ni bi eprichi a yesi men to bet na bet nye obi asori ya no to the mama ne mama mafo bet de enya de papa ntime ntwa bet ena loto mentwa loto ba eyi Samia Wuku oya Assemblies of God elder on da loto anu Ghana ha okwa Assemblies of God a oto offering eti eno no sa na asofo ne kadan Samia Wuku 3 of his managers omi Pentecost elders eti once and womo kwa womo tight no ye to twene ana say aso no gitum meanwhile yes bet so ehye national lottery sase and aban no ede tax atoso what it means is that eyadepa yenkoso nye ade e wo krom ha enye papa no aban fa tax nto so krono tax ni so armed robbery tax ni so accident tax ni so anameboa sanema we tax da so assault tax ni so violence tax ni so the child say aban no mpene so enya adepa eti se wo aban no ka kire say emebu ni adwuma ye na mo maybe a me maame ase ne me 20 Ghana se me fa nto aduane ndi me se me try my luck because amemo ye wo say try your luck amemo try and error amemo e na ekoso eti me maame ase ne me 20 Ghana me se sa 20 Ghana no medi 13 cedis 7 cedis no me di twa bet na me twa no me di pe aban ne say hey me na me me kakra ewum eti se wo kwa asore na wo sofo prichi se bet nye na aban so the tax atoso se or the tato na wo de ye oman ni yi a wo ne wo sofo no hwan na nim yansa pacho wo di machi eti enamra se bedwam ho no me support say e-levy yentwam me I support say e-levy yentwam betting tax yentwam yey covid taxes no yentwam if say yentimi international nkotwen ba umi so be the president the next 2 presidential terms it can even be more etiri ya betra ha twen no it is about me be the president 2052 a na ya betra krom ha twen say onye den obans we betwa e-levy betting tax covid no yentimi twen afema me nke ade we nkyerɛw me ka kyerɛ we nra me ma ka kyerɛ say asembia wo be kwa kwate wo baabi no hyere so say watel dada eti onua tv onua 95.1 FM. The strategy is operation yate dada. The chair say statement na fi parliament ba no. Enra na wate dada. Because they are hinting. Watch this. Enra meetings akese mako anopa na ansa na miguso ameye adwuma no. Me ka to say miensa. Enra meetings mako enwotwe. Ene koso Ghana ha ba ko koso aburi soro ho ba ko ekoso ewe buru soro ho eno ya titi busa me na soldier fam kan say soldier fo ntimi nya kwan enko parliament na ya po adwa na nko fo soldier fo be ko me se ene soldier ni bi ene wo be nya kwan ewura chemba ho soldier ni bi ene ho o be nya kwan ewura chemba ho CDS kura house soldier fo se o monko ayo number 1 number 2 on meetings Jubilee House meetings makumakum yensa eno trying to find solution, but let me salute Bagbin. Listen, and yes sir, me penasemu, but I love the principles of this man. He said and told whoever called him or met him, and Noah said, I am sorry. I am sorry. My decision will hold. Because in law, there's something you call precedence, and there's enough precedence to indicate that what I did is right. And Supreme Court over and over again has given several rulings where either the judiciary, the executive, or the legislature will try, influence, manipulate, orchestrate, re-engineer the faculties of either of the three arms of government, including the media, which is the fourth estate, to their whims and caprices. And for that matter, I, the speaker, will not kowtow to anybody's order. And let whoever claims to have powers more than Parliament to come to the floor of the House and enforce their orders. It was a straight message from the speaker. Oh yeah, Pepe no kwatro asem to Facebook. Oh yeah, no kwatro to say, God bless our homeland, Ghana, bam. And make us great and strong. Not because of anybody, individual or whatever interest. What the trainer course or Jubilee House the Kahua, a castle hodi and hoa, for. And run upon me the Kaka say is Legon meeting Koso. Enna Laboni meeting so Koso. Then no I 6. And run at 9 p.m. Papa Penny be power kromha. Na only girl be ewo La Paz. Baby I want mokra second hand goods ba no. Ewo no. Ofa Uber man fa the car anko. Me pese me kire papa no. Na ankoye te say o ka kire na yere so ko meeting. Ba madam no wukunu boa. That time no La Paz. It's La Paz and ofa Uber. Ebe sin ko bronu bi okrom ha ye fa chantan. The 7th meeting a course trying to coerce, massage, garnish, trying to do something so that Bagbin can understand something, and then Kezela to forcing. Look, me kabi bi asase me wato forcing constituency a kameto abama no. Wamu ye amfa. With him, the last meeting, which was the 8th meeting, a course around 11:32. 11:32. Now meaning say the current majority. By imagine so where you see lady near friend saying, I'm in Fee Central lady near friend saying. Joanna Jan Kujo. In all their discussions, they never mentioned Joanna Jan Kujo. Mena me chance ka NDC for some so come ye member. Omo Joanna Jan Kujo. Edi wo meetings na course ni nyinam. No mo ka say okay, mama easy. Every sending the decision say what disqualify no. Na yensu yenjem. Because at a point, a lot of people were thinking, many people be adrenaline or say, we might disqualify my meaning and a mass also. But in all the 8 meetings, nobody and a man me bomb in some Emma almost say, oh, send a young NDC party in a year and no more, but no man mum punto and no more pay. The last meeting, it was tough. The first time they called Mahama, his phone was off. Aramwa, Madam, Anna was say blue black. Anna was say wabrenti. Who call wash more copy power make up no. I was standing right there watching you. You were asked to call former President Mahama. His phone was off. Then you called again. Later on, the phone went through. But unfortunately, when to me answered the second time, then you left it. But the NDC stood their ground and said that no, the right thing must be done. Then they said that, okay, so what security? Hey, Basa, the simple matter is that Soja Nibia and co-parliament in there. And the youth of this country, this is the time for us to rise, to defend and protect the integrity of this country. Look, watch me. Share. Nobody under the sun. And what to me say, obesi obi kwan, so onye na juma, anamani nye na juma. This is what Bagby wrote. God bless our homeland Ghana and make it great and strong beyond any single individual or institution. Let me tell you this in plain language. Supreme Court need to be biased over decided by Parliament. Sir, they will decide, say, okay, it is not because of stay of execution of the orders of speaker. As Supreme Court here, you know, it's not no. Yesterday you heard Mr. Kweku Ansa Asare, former Director General of the Ghana School of Law, say Supreme Court the awoho wati. Which NPP for now no more bon coma. Almost says, say there, what to call Adiano Ayatin. Baby Ayedrono. Chief Justice Kuraka said, she was praying so hard. Said this cap will pass by her. But madam, why didn't you dodge? You could have told the government that, listen, we cannot give you a thank you ruling. The integrity of the judiciary is supreme. And say I no kase no. Meetings in watching a course ni no. Let me sit here and tell you. Aye bare. Wa must say. Soldier for be wuram. Soldier for wuram. Soldier for be wuram. Soldier for wuram. Soldier ni bien wo be wura dining. A dining hono. Soldier ni bien wuram. Now what they are saying is that soldier for the Parliament already though it is part of the three arms of government. It says the military will go there, but Parliament the statement about that it is the Ghana Police Service. That answer, it is the Ghana Police Service. One they want to me so me screening Crawford and so me maybe a MPC no etieno. And then number two, say soldier for beba home pa. The last meeting, soldier for no, as I say, we outside the chamber. Any question soldier for no, ewura inside. It is soldier for no, akwa kodru, but they will stay outside. It is Ghana Forces cars libini. say we pictures way there from parliament here to chama no soldier for the be akwa koduru ho aha fine pepepe but then inside no ye hwe say e be mo kwan ewura ho ana say ye mo kwan ewura ho. I want to sit here and tell you, no media house under the sun. Never more who are there across parliament. This is what is happening there now. But say parliament they baby no watch it. At the 7th meeting and run a journal. Now the current minority led by Afenyo Makin, they were pushing say parliament there it belongs to parliamentarians. It's MBA and to a study a beya say NPP fees on yes safe. No person what's na floor how bet we are call. I'm said that. So fees are when yes safe out. Who a bodyguard? My bodyguard don't place a call to any of the security agencies to beef up your security. It's unlike before. So kaya. Yetu abadi we no. Mami eslo usu kwatna. Kwabra minta akando nine so. That time no. Now almost say ye be a parliament in term. It's incrophobic kobo raho. Say ya me no kasei. Afei na Ghana mrase bedwamedwuma ye for ne hunu say so be a speaker obiena no a final because he is the president of that region. Eti ene parliament no won be enu 8 o'clock. First no ba kwa na pro no da ho. NPP fi the constituency ba no kwata the office kakra be hu ase wa kwatena se. Ene de enya more 7 parliament maybe 8 first no we are MP o bodyguard tibi di wachi na be we say police for no bodyguards no agent direchire ho the aba be to me say won tibi fa bodyguard a kran konko wura ho enya dwuma. But let me quickly read statement now. And parliamentary service ediba ebetumu mame fan ntemmao for immediate release security measures for proceedings from Tuesday 22nd October 2024 said abaya baba we said they may catch now no ni na si enra anajo and da TV this no. And those of you on radio, I'm going to read it for you. As part of measures put in place to ensure the safety and security of Right Honorable Speaker 1, MPs 2, and staff 3, Honorable Members 4, are respectfully to take note of the following. It's almost a study about Yababo Speaker who buying, MPs who buying, anyway, Dwayafua, a war, a Yamra Sebedrum now who buying no. MPs are working on na and Shannon so. The edit kind A and I said 1. All MPs, staff, and members of the press will be screened thoroughly before the entry into the chamber. What was say? Such statement we emanated from the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th meeting. They agreed. Yes, or be a quarter of them. And oh yeah, and I just say, oh, truck right away. The 5th meet the Tosun Numu Ghana and Ranajo. The Tosun Sia, and the Tosun Song. And watching their bag with some Pamuncham Timima. Biasu Timi will be a Foko Kruba. Eti Ansana Obewura Chamber ho, baby, a MPs Retinano. You see a best screening, yes, screen keke, thorough screening. You better him. Yebe ho dodom, yebe ho amutuam, yebe ho mpaboam, yebe ho wonsa, yebe ho suitum, ehun say blade in sha ho, pane in sha ho, aba in sha ho, sekan in sha ho. Say ya me no ka say. NPP MPs ni bidi ba obi achi. Ebi di na po achi. But enra ebo ba ya sabi no mu say no agro no wan hwe voting betimi akoso agro no ba den enu anaju they all started driving back MPs too womo cast shorty petrol wokwem me more MPs leading eti MPs na imagine some be call parliament ne they are all going to parliament today omi na omeja ba omia ho ene na po ho edimirika aba NDC MPs so omo so na me na they are all back in Accra already. Point number 2 and the TV no so no bodyguards of MPs. I've just told you makacho say onua ha ye friend ya tendada. Bodyguards of MPs will not be permitted in the chamber. Yes, we are MP a baby MP setena no e wa nya police station o bodyguard no o ma ha oni kwan so be wuram onwuram. Number 3 womo de omo ya in ABCD ba me use 3 C ni 3. Vehicles will not be allowed to park around the Grand Arena. It's a soldier for the car na aka gate na no. They will never be allowed to park in the Grand Arena. Grand Arena ne ye wuram eko jira baby a Parliament won nanim ho pe no oboa apart from speaker obi en ho an car beko soldier car kra ya stop no and a prison officer. Number 4 MPs are to be dropped at the designated drop-off zones within the precinct of AICC. Hey, it is a way MP MP ni kura o car no be parke AICC Accra International Conference Center. Nanantebra. Next time, say yesterday we told you that MPs never nante quantin as to parliament. Look, I am praying, sir, the next 9th parliament, you know, we should have a speaker or Tessa Bagby. Her Bagby behavior is America, Pelosi. And yeah, baby, a year call your name or memo hano. Sad say you know. Any can be a president to Miyama. No, to hell. Or be a chief justice or to Miyama to hell. Or be a speaker of parliament to Miyama to hell. No. Emrana say yeah, Jumano. And when I say yeah, because yes, the law is the no respecter of persons. We are why Emrano Onimu. The law is blind. We know a yamemi theory. Lawyer Bian Kabida. Emrano Sabe or Yenifreni. The law is blind. The law is deaf. Until Okasa Onimu, their etiano sanity, you can change it. All right? It's the NPP Accra International Conference Center. Yare nam kwanso, yare kwasuro, yare nam kwanso, yare kwasuro, okwayi wario, nasu ya bedu ho, yare nam kwanso, yare kwasu, tidantiko. Afe wabisi yo, wabu ya renovation. So dear, you will not go there. Okay. E. The Ghana Police Service will provide directions to the designated drop-off zones. It will MP now kodru ha mensuro. Opposed for Ghana Police they. In fact, put their statement still there. Ghana Police Service they. One ena ebema baby obe parke there be your fine na trouble bia entimi ankan. The Ghana Police Service will provide directions to the designated drop-off zones. Next one, F. MPs are requested to wear their parliamentary identification tags. It's we are MP Man, you want to say, I say, ID card, no. Yama card, first say, come and say, when I wear MP, we are Bema, I am mentioned. Yes, Shabra. One sham kwa won ye MP. Eti baby MPs ne betina no. Umra ho. Krom ha be the next one. Access to the chamber will be from answer my catch that. Will be from 8 a.m. And that yeah, me wouldn't tell me. Nonsense. Number 3, last point. The police will not be allowed access to the public gallery until further notice. The public will not be allowed access to the public gallery until further notice. Baby, MPs netna. Yeah, MPs. Yeah, kwatina hono. Yeah, see if you na koi. Opia ko obio nti ebe hu na school for we ko ho Grace Preparatory School if you dumfa o ma bese ko go mo attachment NDC primary 4 abese ko Apam secondary school yes da tia Ahmedia esa kire montimi ma obi antran fie wonye MP wonye speaker wontimi wura ho yenja hodema MPs any speaker any adwumayefo a eye adwuma ewo eye parliamentary I'm sorry eti bomodia na shede so sa amaye eti sese am no kasai me maka kira wo se yen de be sivia ese be bia de ni 8 but MPB akwatena ho ese be bie parliamentary sa wo hwe eye ehihye ya omode ba ye na F no there be G say am no ka say man so aba parliament say won say apro no won be bie no 8 o'clock then na MP ba ko edi kan akwakotena ho say am no ka say enchi no ahwo esi ho. They told us that the place will be open at 8 a.m. Why is he sitting there? It is a say I'm no case any trouble after our parliament. Eti MP ni net one. So we shed MP no. Nesa any faswa ase obi soto. But who say you be so say paper but nipa and et one and a chi ehwe no say ya me no ka say manso ashase say what can say ss will be a parliament no watwe akasema miensa ansa no so abo ena afe no okay so let's take this.
The room opens at 8 o'clock. Yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. Totally.
Already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock. Yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. Totally.
Chief, already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another
eti akasema mienu a me be wie e fa we no our radio so no it is clear say honorable ano dompre ena akotena sawoma doagiri MP we buga na nhihye no so cause parliament e de nhihye ba we ye hwan kura se wudi so eti anodom pre nya obi odi mmara so ondi hihye so na dwen se na ban na wo ho nipa otesa woto abama na obetumi ye prawo ebi se ehihye kura ya ye o mmara hye bedwam no anodom pre se ondi so e na wo ye die so MPs be started complaining say Yes, ye baby ade no no wotwe. Eye dey e na no dompre. Akwatena ho. Mpacho bo video ni biom.
The room opens already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing.
Sir, and tokwa bi besi wo mrasha bedwemu a. MPs na ka say NPP for na didn't tokwa ne beba. Those of you on radio, thank you. And then you morning shows na Parliament betrust no watch echo. One trust the proceedings start paper. You betum amount. Those of you on radio. Now let me move on and talk to lawyer Martin Pebu. Lawyer, what's the come at channel pay?
Yeah, captors. Yeah.
Now, madam, I be able to there.
On my washing, so you have a wash it, wash it.
Sanka mo amoyen
drive. Mamu funny. A man na walk or through cost of living crisis. A man in this country, Biani, in this country, NTR rent, and to drew. A man more funny Kufuado say, the Kufuado Nimshi, you are born Tanana, or see him for my in my Emano.
Ba lawyer, asama wuke e recording na wo bo wo dem ho anase wo ana wo ka say
when America anasa me to maba ma Ekufuado me to maba ma amata Ekufuado na ye ka say oh am prepare no for 40 years Mahama you prepare no or he's not been prepared to be a president Indian family Ekufuado say Ekufuado wa pon me hu penyiwa born sada. Okay.
But lawyer say any pay did not do achi 2008, 2012, 2016. Now with the market the power.
I mean, say, look where woman say every 8 years, no Mrs. So, me toma or my new for now me Rollins, also Rollins years so for 8 years as a constitutional president, you know. And I'm who said they be in the year 2000 election. Netuma Asami Kenya because near percent rolling street so now you're my lawyer Kufuor Ombrana Yamesha because now I didn't so rolling one Kuskukata and then you can count in or yeah.
You have no call.
All right, Eti. Yeah, best a lawyer. Martin Pebubium. Na ma yeah, fa video na. Video na MP baako eka anodon prasem no na afei no lawyer babio man ya to so na feti cheniye
oh that the room opens at 8 o'clock. Yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there. Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there.
Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there. So they are the ones who are going to cause the fight.
Yes. So there.
Chief,
already. You know that what he's doing. Why is another already sitting in there? When we were told that the room opens at 8 o'clock, yes. It's already sitting in there.
So that's it. Lawyer Martin Pebu Ahomano article. You could say Benyano. That's the answer. You are 1 minute remaining. We are sorry. Lawyer Martin Pebu. Ebesayaba na fe yetimi atoa enkomo so. But the question is, why there be a pronoma another pray? Why? Ena ede safo be a prono ema another pray. Why the screening no? Says yes another pray to ocean ho parliament wa. Why the be hu blade shall not pray ho a. Why the be hu second shall not pray ho a. Why the be hu say ye another pray fi mrasebedwemo say ah. Why there be a homa another pray? I am only guessing. I am suspecting that two ocean. But Mamene Martin Pebu and Twaso. Lawyer, what's in car? Akwaba.
Yeah.
Mo Nami Busauna line it took us 2008, 2012, 2016. A lawyer for a dear cotton power memoir about His Excellency the Nado Danko Akufado. No. Lawyer now come home.
Yes. Now the castle because no man catcher say, and I see you who kakra say Akufado. He's been a lawyer for more than 3 decades after that time. So the Uchi is a lawyer near and now Uchi is your mama on your lawyer. What you cause say, and a lawyer living my say your mama. Naturally, no. Not lawyer, but some to me a lawyer. Hey, yes, Anna. To show training, they be our court. Research, and sana wako court. It's a ban time say, and if I pay you answer think your mama. It's not 2016 metro man. I say, yeah, two man, I had a answer. Oh, Debbie, but they are born on me. I'm a worker. What an abysmal performance. Oh, Mahama Cronia lawyer, which out head. You can't corruption perception index. Mahama Akufo-Addo 7 years straight. 7-0. Listen, Mahama, the last mark, the lowest mark 2016 was 43 on the corruption perception index. You can't see corruption perception index. Yes, and on a yaje to say, say, share the AC capacity and a fast method no so. It is our methodology no more year. Mahama, the lowest mark 2016 43. Now let me say, I'm sure they will need to be come and TF be soon by okay, so I'm repeating. Akufo-Addo buy the highest mark so far for the past 4 years. I have 43. Mahama lowest, no. It's not just Akufo-Addo. Now, I'm not so say Mahama. Mahama the lowest mark 43. And no Akufo-Addo the highest mark. Akufo-Addo buy a first year, which are 40. From 43, no, or the other no confirm 40. That was 2017. Then 2018, and now mass 1 mark, about 41. Then 2019, or about 41 repeat. Then from 2020, a bit in there, 43. I just want to mean Mama 7-0. About press freedom. Apart from 2018, now, Akufo-Addo, they promote the World Press Freedom celebration. Mahama try Akufo-Addo. Oba democracy max na Mahama yes Akufo-Addo. Oba economy Mahama yes Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo 40 years now we say he's been preparing for 40 years to be president. And on here, hey, any anka one prepared here, any anka anka Ghana shit. Any part born say, oh man penny, born nyema bebre nkoye no watwinani nyema bebre nkoye no watwinani ofiri so na stubborn cat so we say ni dina asen no ni dina asen ne ofiri akunya no so a why oba bibi obi akra mfi no me ne ofiri akunya no so a ni huna kasi your excellency konkon hwe ne se wutia no me say nipa yesunsuo me papa yi asif say mi say o de ebe koponi o say oba na say makọ 2 times na ni nyina no me presidency ho na ye koye death penalty say ye ne ye di enim na o share ye boss of ye wa anye na nyame ye adom na yi sosu be di MP na sosu okay nti ye ko the presidency ye wie no na bibia mba mu say o wo manpanyi kokochia no ebi ye wie ofonyi kro mu twa na makogina ekire hunhun ofonyi because my spirit even physically no me timi say papa yi dey bi oh, no man pini pa we need to table 3 meters apart. Ye wie kasa no me ye presentation say ye ntwa death penalty mo this say me na me di amnesty na enya slot say omuma me kirekire mo say me na me kasa amnesty say ye fa kwan na susu ema ye di twa death penalty mu no me na me di kira amnesty long story short and omo kwan na ye omo si enku ho man pini nti me na me ye presentation bibia no so mo before then no that was my second time of coming. Answer I met Casano. Okay, I say I branch here. Mati unko. So that time no na mama me home minister amasha pe kata kakra say nkuyi but na improve in that levels no. So long story short, you no man ko chia no baby I wasn't moved because me say human beings we are spirit. Who boni ya ya hair ya man tight say o person ko chia o man penyin say o person oni ni twamfoni man nyebi. That was the second time. That was just on the dawn of just before COVID bebano. Oh, before then, about 2 years or a year earlier, no me another thing, domestic violence. Me na me day you call court say the man I boy mu you pray from you know abiding your fund na your fan show mu so say be man ye obana ya at least there should be a shelter. We bet me free fee akoda ho. Kopim se be man akuma bejujo ene ne ekeka ebisi ne omanye nti o manpenye kufu adu de bia disen ne disika be brene busiafo se bond de ya bobusia na okufuri ata company data bank enya ne chefa nti ekufu adu de ni onima ne se ne disika be brene busiafo no eno na obesom o di bibi ko se yenye na oman nkonkan domestic violence yi fan cancel death penalty man on pet. You see, so me what the point I'm making say I've making physically twice. Me no be am pusi me say koko chio man pinin semo me danyame asipa that say spiritual attitude ni papa onya papa nyankopon so ka ho adi ya bompaye saa ye kasi e bi yo man pinin amosi yanko asore yanko bompaye hwe nipa yukuyi no nti o say about 2 weeks ago otabil finally ojitu mu say ama friend say elections yi nyankopon say nim because we hwe kufu ado pa na Kristo timi ka trem say nyame na yi ekufu ado enye yi e say it's just human beings nyankopon nsa ni ekufu ado amambuo yi aka ye mre say nsa ni ekufu ado nye nipa it's nonsense.
Wow. Lawyer, Adana speaker man ruling no adeche ye bonkomo anche na Supreme Court so de one there edebe boom. Wadaroma and Parliamentary court nase. We expectations na saying then a bag be nye then am rashe be dwemo monye.
This thing they should negotiate say Supreme Court ruling no say the AC enye no they should negotiate say omunko court na omunko twa sa ruling because that ruling dey na amamuo epopura pa how Supreme Court ni sa to me no to me yes okay kan article 97 na e clear even amount for man call law school kura no okay kan a obeti ase nti we dey amanyo sem na Supreme Court yeah so me I think say omunko tnasia they should negotiate say listen the Supreme Court here and camera into your monsanko I'm castle on better consulia or minima on befaso and then yet being a monsanko no mukucha Supreme Court ruling na omono asimpanyimfo no omontena ase na they should negotiate something. But our ruling in the omonko twem after new marking so no de call any yi ti omonye they were kwan on be fast way say other way. Okay. And now number 2. Obi a catch say Supreme Court ruling bia e was see additional boa. Wa Supreme Court be order ama no. Which mean ejitu say okay adiwe e mu say menya order ya di ama me nso me friend so me penny e ma me no e kire say you can compromise it. Court ni say ba mu mi enu no obetimi afale nkrata address say oh adiwe okay yes say member magic influence them but me am say menje. So let me explain it to you this way. They say Captain when Godwin if you are Godwin the worker $10 million what court waiting kunim court say ko jiusika $10 million. Now court ka say ko jiusika $10 million now you are quite be real be fast so ko jiusika no. Long and short no who bet me aka say e mu say court say menjisika no but sika na me am here enye hwe Godwin we am a producer minua no into the enye hwe menje ya yentena say okay we dey am 500,000 which calculate we dey fani nyina. So my point is that they can negotiate something. They should negotiate something. But ruling the part they say and not answer you straight in the adult. Because yes Anna, let's just say you are encouraging the piano or my bia ba. No I fan and crop at the Supreme Court so I can back now no Johnny Coho or mama order. No mama order. Okay. Speaker, original painting, they should negotiate because at the end, mean for us. So, okay, you say, who teach law, you papa, I can say that's democracy. You are law, in an law, papa. You say, be banner, your papa, must say, also, original painting, negotiate. You can't talk about what I'm saying, to be very clear. Men person honorable so they be more man to quincy, but they should stand firm and negotiate. Say, matter, I think let's find middle ground. Democracy. Say, you Tina, one Catahua, you bonny, because I didn't know Boba. It didn't start today. Say, Boba Crack. Okay, birth certificate. I said no. I'm not for catch the Supreme Court. Say, yeah, the way. Why am I fast? No, you don't take the back room. He left it. Also, finally, when will be a year? They should stand firm and negotiate something. And then one is say, "Moko tonight, the Supreme Court that can end one or maybe you can negotiate something." So they should negotiate. Utamachara, baby, yampe. Kunku mama kon say omukumu bi baby yes I also man penny asoja fo a odi omukọ techiman north ni yomukum nipa ni yin ebesi ne yin dis asem ni wie enti me de na asem ni say am human rights bias enti ade a ye beka si yomukum nipa de bi enti aju preo but they should negotiate something. There should be a political settlement because the ruling cannot just stand like that. Yes, Anna, we'll be encouraging them to do that again the next time. Because the thing is simple. We read the Article 97. The thing is simple. NPP Constitution not candidate. Say, Massa, NPP parliamentary candidate. Now, one member of NPP. Also, who could now say, is independent, content cry. Automatically you forfeit your seat. At the NPP Constitution canon until we would acquire a deal with Supreme Court. Every say to move say, oh, court and you encourage things that are wrong to go on. So they should negotiate. Say, matter, will be a kinkaya, there's no interpretation about it. And no be kind and say, why would we say, oh, I said no, what kind, I don't know. I'm Wapesia Mane, Mamble Morrison, Peter, Akanamuye, if you say, oh, it's not cross carpet now. But there's an example, no. I like the way Umar Rusanda, the CTFM, put it, Assume it's a senior marking, MPP member, or Nunanka, what file say, if they would to honor, or Peso Ujinama NDC, would you say he should still be their leader? Or assume say at 2 forcing file say or no opeso jinama NPP. Would you say still or NDC? It's the same principle. A member of parliament is a member of parliament. Ruling and camera, they should negotiate something. That's all that has to happen.
But what's one kasa unianum a lawyer for Nibia? As a muntamache, if you don't see the speaker here no and yet if you don't see the Supreme Court here and so yet say portion there where constitution muno any single interpretation and in say back one.
Yes. Nantia say back because near the and say number one, there are at least two factors. Number one, say the first factor is say and then your son into your mom say speak at the name, say a friend is saying NPP, minority. And when you say a banner, you may be Maya and NDC will seek to correct it. A lawyer from Mokasana, I know it or background. For yes, you should Municano or Casano, a buying by a wajib contract, and I need be a NPP. And I may be a man who puts me to animal, and she or more multi buying Chemuno. Of the catching a tweak I hear in yet. Not a honor, so when you say, you quay and a trim into me fine yes, you know. The Hano Cafe and Pat, who queen soon you quay and Oyi. Amaku the same Siama freehold the year 2020 no and also quay yet. So himself say yes we go quay year and ya. Then I'll bet me I say me chum the data into your bet just yes no quay year and ya lie or the BTA. So the thing is that people who are MPP bias will tell you saying yeah, but open no crena ya you didn't think yes society said me I'm no kate me to my for Etoma Kufuado, and I'm a tomato mills. May every 8 years, Miss Semu. Until I won't see the effect. No, because in the next 8 years, this is NDC bar, or Moya Ghana to say heaven, or my Yan Sana says, Salama, Bana corruption, and said the last when you are 48, if you debate 65, crash still after 4 years, 2028, Mentoma NDC, the call Alan Mosai, third force. Nti mo ne lawyer say kasa mo hwehwe omo a bisan say voting record say I just say on di atro obeka no kro bi a otimi system no ono na utie na you get a more objective stand omo a I to say ono di odwan kra e both NDC and NPP you san crofo no be say a professor or a lawyer wa address kama nso ono di either NDC or NPP nti do odwan say bi odwan kra election is so better man the microphone na on multi sides no so oya lawyer who in the background and I say ka say oya lawyer into your can near JD amo dada I don't rule in yet near speaker no and no dey no kwan so ano the thing is too clear I say am akwesi ma we are independent candidate put the documents according if she say obejina MPP seat obejina MPP ticket so why should receipt no Article 97 clause 1H is clear. You don't need anything. Mamle Morrison, any Kuja Santi, Suhum MP no. I'm say NPP constitution is say why NPP you be candidate say onjina NPP ticket no so no. Say only people from NPP party no mo okakasu challenge ya also Kujina start elections no more. Wow, the word automatic, casting air can kind the word automatic. Can I don't know. On the area analysis means me can kind, but I'm sure say, oh, the new part of King Cardinal 4 times. Let's read it for what's the meaning of the word automatic? A wild pine. Yenya who evidence say, what say, Okakujina Ama a independence, NPP for constitution is automatically. Washi wakunya nti bia ne ya champion munja nya asem bia ne ya de court nti krono nti sa kind of court no na kire se opese okodi eyi se onim ne obenya honom nti hwa o se yen court what is an man o ma tro se obi ka tro se let's go to court so onim ne ogina so nti ya nti sa let's go to court here yenye bio nye court bia no bi ka tro se yen kwa e hwa na Tim also who could be maybe I thought that I think we have no could be no ɔyɛ fine ni nua anadeɛ de bi aduru no hwɛ nti ye you ti no wan kasa ho ye you yi bɔne nti this we have to discuss it logical conclusion because yes time you may be koswa ye be got road ye court so na amanyo sem nko na ye dia kata so.
All right, lawyer Matipebu want to pay me that say lawyer Matipebu lawyer Pacho me that say
okay
lawyer Matipebu na wote 7 no ekasa no me bo amane say anodon pre etim rashe bedwam yakopam no ayomako yi na free o obakopam se wujaf awe wamane ene ha kampie tam nson omapam no se ya me no kasa yi NPP supporters so se wo mo ntia se omakom rashe bedwam it is NDC for so ba then e be so Debio, what are we doing? NPP for shot ade we akwa ko gira mra shebe dwomo akwa den. What are they going? You see, my catch was a sanko for mum pa man yie. Na saka wo ye beburu na wonim nyansa wadwene ye adwuma. Wo MP ne ba wan. O say, we obuti. Shomanim Jade OMP ne ba wan Akufo-Addo ne ba jankoma owan yey ba omi enuanum no kwan na ka ho Ghana youth yen sua nyansa ne yen jai jimi no se ya wo kwa kwagina ho se BBC na upra wo maame tifie wo papa tifie what do you yourself party bi a wo support and I wa bam okay NDC supporters no so going me sure say by now almost so nam kwan so ko eti dey na besi yey dey na besi bibi sabo tell me what will happen? Eti no esese ye ti ase se. Omenya ye wo mu no. Omenyi di aka no ewo ye nimu no. Ye ya ye nsam na wo. Why cry na so am so mu nkogina ho. Omu free constituency bay. Medical ka to say NPP fo nyaye a. Anka soja fo ye ku. Na ka obo ho aton ba no so ensi wo munyanya nke bibi ka ku asi na obo ho aton sa we de nye ye soja fo ne tu ye no ma fo mutie didim ensi ne ensi achina sa kwada ye ne wo hwe mo ye bia sika ewi a ne ma mbi aya mu nzumi ne yehwe omanim na wona fofo hye omo mu se we mu na support akromfo no aya mo ma omanim mra yie se wonim nyansa wo kwaje da ho etino oh come on Ghana come on enkrofo petwa ya de ofie wo de to we ekupra fe ge no she blue o se de no hoto obi petwa we aware de mo abobra wa padwuma ma mo waye wo de to we kojimi eto we ye de kodi nko asem fe hoto you see Ghana youth, yama ya dwinya adwuma because another plan no kwatena ho no ne mawe hey we NPP ni youth we so be kwa akoko ntokwa kwai ye prawa aya be jiska mo hoko hospital also mo ni magu ase e bi before mo so mo ni magu ase You can't some shamo NPP phone tie. You shall say two mufo from 2017. Na manu dem 2017 August. Me two mufo sa. What I see is not good for the party. Pacho. Well, I'm office a Land Cruiser and a bit me assess Madrid. Maybe yet no abeka. Maybe yet no abeka. And your Land Cruiser and assess Madrid. Land Cruiser to me is Samadrin. It's me in pet. Dr. Rashid, Executive Director, Emma Asep. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, Captain.
Bachon saying.
I am well. I wish I could really speak to you, but I would miseducate your listeners. So, pardon me.
That's okay. I hope you are doing very fine.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you heard about Speaker's ruling. That was last week, and
yes,
the counter ruling by the Supreme Court. With your expertise in parliamentary affairs, what do you think about that?
Our country in a very, very difficult situation. In a situation where we've never been before, and with a tendency to create a constitutional crisis. That's my view.
Oh, we've not been there before, like you rightly said. How did we get here?
Yeah, we got here, first of all, because that is our two major political parties like to interfere too much in terms of how citizens elect the people that they want to represent them in Parliament. We had that in the last election. A number of them, including the key one, which set a precedent, that is the Honorable Asiama, which set a precedent. And then the person who petitioned the Speaker, the former minority leader in Parliament, said, look, a precedent has been set in 2020. We had a similar case. The Constitution has not changed. The 97 is still in effect. So why would it be different now? So we are going to ask that what precedent was set then should be applied now. So, Captain, that's how we got where we are.
Now, if you look, some of us, and I know with your expertise, you probably saw this coming. I mean, the inauguration of this 8th Parliament, what happened before the inauguration, and other, proceedings and matters that arose from the proceedings. Did you see this coming?
Well, I saw drama coming right from day one. I mean, I kept saying that if care wasn't taken, this Parliament was going to be, characterized by a lot of drama and difficulty, as we witnessed on the first day, if the two sides do not try to come to the middle and get as close as they can be and compromise and dialogue at all times. Many years ago, I had a friend of mine who became speaker in Malawi, and his tenure
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, it was characterized by a lot of difficulties right from day one, and ended in a situation where somebody who was an excellent MP, Minister for Justice, and did everything in Malawi, ended up with a kind of record which was so bad in Parliament. So when we started this the 8th Parliament, I had the pleasure and the opportunity to share this experience with some of the leaders in Parliament, including the Speaker. I said, look, read about Right Honorable Louis Chimango, he was called, and maybe take some lessons from there so that we can avoid, a situation where this 8th Parliament would end on a note that will not be too pleasant, first of all for the record of the leaders, but also for our country's democracy. We tried at some point, different times, we tried. I was involved in the process to get the leaders to talk. I was part of a group with our revered diplomat, Honorable Dr. Chambers, with Professor Prempe from CDD. The three of us, we did a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that our Parliament keeps going. Unfortunately, we were hoping that this last lap would end quietly and peacefully, so that Ghanaians would go on December 7th and elect who they want to represent them and who they want to lead them. Alas, we are where we are, and today is D-Day.
You listened to Speaker's ruling on the vacancy declaration of these 4 members of Parliament. Your opinion, you think he erred or he did the right thing?
Captain, I think the Speaker's reading of the constitutional provision is similar to my own reading.
Okay.
I'm not a lawyer, but when I take those provisions in the Constitution and I read them from at least the little English that I understand, when somebody leaves their party to contest on the ticket of another party or to go independent, it constitutes their departure from their party, even if they don't make that pronouncement. And we have the record at the Electoral Commission showing that these people, these 4 honorable members, have done exactly what is contained in the constitutional provision. Yesterday, Captain, somebody who was commenting in City breakfast show program that I was a part of, he sent a text message, and that really drove this home to me. He says, as it stands, it means in those 4 constituencies, the 2 parties have filed 2 candidates. Because if they say these people haven't left, yet there is an NPP candidate and there is an independent candidate who is a current MP, who is supposed to be still part of the NPP. In the NDC constituency, Amenfi Central,
yes.
There's an NDC candidate who has filed. There's another one who has filed, a sitting MP saying, I'm filing as an independent, but now the court is saying no, he's still part of the NDC. So I think our electoral management body has some perhaps explanation to provide to all of us, just to help the situation. I think at the end of the day, we don't want our country to be plunged into any crisis. And that's why some of us have been saying for days now.
Okay, so from the position that you hold, you think that the Speaker did the right thing?
Yes, I think the Speaker did the right thing, yes.
Okay. You know, if you're looking at the geopolitics going on now, America trying to get influence in Africa, Russia is also trying to dominate. Even Far East, they are also trying to find ways and means of getting some space in Africa, making Africa the kingmaker. When we continue with this trend, as far as our democracy is concerned, I'm going to give you 3 minutes, no interruption, so you can actually explore this arena of my question. If you're looking at the geopolitics going on now, that African can become a kingmaker in Africa, in the world, trying to gain space in the UN Security Council, trying to make way for a lot of things to happen, investors and all. When we go on this trajectory, Ghana as the gateway of Africa, what will happen to Ghana and what will happen to Africa? 3 minutes uninterrupted.
Yes, indeed. A very kind of relevant question. Democracy is not in good standing today, and we are not talking about in Africa. And if you go to Europe, we've seen the rise of extreme right-wing parties, so on, showing a lot of dissatisfaction by citizens about what is going on in their country. If you come to our region, our sub-region has been the most violent in the last, maybe violent as maybe the reversal of democratic progress in the last few years. And so the little hope I think people are hanging on is citing the examples of our country and a few others. So if this should happen and we have a showdown today and there's a breakdown in the mechanism for dialogue, which is Parliament, certainly we are not putting our country in a good place, we are not putting the continent in a good place, and we are not putting democracy in a good place.
To you carefully about this not going to actually help our situation. What would you therefore suggest we do if the negotiation mechanism of Parliament has lost its focus? Parliamentarians are actually not going by the rules of engagement. What do you suggest should be the modus operandi for Ghana's Parliament, that of Africa, going forward?
Well, I think, to be honest, first of all, maybe issues, and most countries have, and interestingly, those articles are in the 90s in the Constitution. So I know I used to do a lot of work with the Parliament of the Gambia when Yahya Jammeh was in. Also had some of their constitution which they disagree with your party, automatically you are dismissed. So the point I'm making, Captain, is that first of all, I think these weighty constitutional provisions, they have to be made as clear as they can be, so that they are not subject to any ambiguous interpretation. So that if anybody, you take it, you read it, I take it, I read it, it's as clear as it can be. One of the ways in which our democratic practice can be strengthened. And secondly, I think our elite, they should be honest, Captain. And what is good for the goose is good for the gander. What is good yesterday and what is yesterday should be so that we stick to the rules and then make things it can be. That way, I think.
Okay, you have had the opportunity to visit many parliaments across the globe,
Yes.
West Africa, a lot of them. Sometimes some of these, on the floor of their houses, there's a serious fight, violence, and all that. What actually brings these things on? Is it greed? Is it misunderstanding? Is it power? What exactly?
Yeah, Captain, I think it's all about power. And let's be clear, some of these misunderstandings are not, just an accident. We see them in Asia, we see them in other democracies. In fact, if you, watch some of the clips, you even see parliamentarians shirts, hit each other, and some with bloody noses, and so on and so forth. We haven't gotten there, but if care is not taken, we're headed there. And at the end of the day, you analyze it anyway, it's all about power. And more so in our situation right now, power balance in our legislature.
What do you think can be done to solve this?
Well, I have said a serious conversation, and I hope that conversation has happened. The Speaker, the Chief Justice, and the President. I've been saying this for days now, and others have added their voices. I don't know whether that has happened, but what we are hearing this morning, at least I listened to the NDC, and he says already the security apparatus is favoring one side, that is P, because the Marshal of Parliament said the doors of Parliament will be open at 8 o'clock, and they gave all the kind of security protocols. But standing there and talking to the media and said supposed to be open at 8 a.m. How did he get in there? I don't know whether that is.
Okay, so let me even follow up with a question about Honorable Anodompreh getting into the floor of the House before 8 a.m. and military presence. You remember the very first time where the military of how do you marry the two?
Yeah, that is the other and I hope that our security agencies will be fair in the dispensation of the enforcement of law. Because
hello, can you hear me, sir? Yes, please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Everybody is saying word on law. People have confidence in the court, and the security forces are also, only when they dispense law and order fairly across, irrespective. Doesn't happen.
Your line is breaking. I don't know.
Because we have that law and order, the agents of law and order, both countries. Yes.
Doc, your line is breaking badly. Can we please call you back?
Okay, all right.
Yes,
okay.
Because I have 2 or more questions to ask you. Eti say no. Omo ka so mo soldier for kwan nko but omo wuram say bia omo ko say bomb bi hye ho na omo asan aba na say dey aka cho asem bi ebesi o parliament no yebema wedi kan hu na wedi kan ate say ya me no ka say no soldier for na ewuram no But I am reliably informed. Say speaker see obedru na se soldier for wha he will walk them out. NPP for catch up supporters say omo parliament omo kwaje dey. Pacho den omo kwaye wo. Me di kan o. Say enye obi a na kumantwi. Bo si akuna na di ne ti aje achema. Oman adwen say one person omo say oman poto anso omako. It is a NDC for so your margin say. One more supporters, Emra, then NBC. Pacho, then NBC. Mashe party in Tadie. Mode kwa kwaje den ewo ho. Mode kwa kwaje den. Ase ya sheda na ya frɛ wo mo say womomra o sho mo na te kura tim say ye frɛ mo so mo sha tade mra wo hwɛ video we careful to say obi asan wo mo kwa akɔgye dan wo ho wait please mamo nkofa asɛm ma o mamu ha other than NPP for say we are violent and anyway you have a violent leader. Why would you be violent? I mean, Ade. So we supporters na nko parliament wa dey NDC. Ye. Supporters na nko wa pacho dey ne beba. Party ni begu. Mashe party for ntade party members. So mo nkwaje dan im ho. Meanwhile, Parliamentary Service issue statement say, yeah, ma obi akwan emba. What you say yes sign won. All the way we see tree break no. We say mo kwa hin. We eyenim gua. You see MPP na yet time say. MPP pa na yet time sa no. Really? MPP ni and enyansafo ina yira to dey for foot soldiers score parliament. You're scared to be. Anyway, many aba mamenda was da fancy ha na fe yetimi atwaso ayade foforo and that's it.
Mahmoud Sai's NPP supporters thronging Parliament. It's not really clear why they are here in their numbers today. Officer, can we speak to you?
Now I'm hot.
Why are you hot?
I can't speak. More time.
And so, like you're seeing in your shot, supporters of the governing New Patriotic Party, quite out in their numbers, here already this morning, early days yet, and what many say is a tumultuous expectation of what is to happen in Parliament today.
NPP supporters na akodu we no pa won di kan call ye no and akodru ho no we first batch and hade am ye ho it's a den NPP pa ewurade nyankopɔ wow No. Where there? I mean, wait. I mean, it's not nice. This is not good. It is not going to help us because obi fufro nso a friend supporters are say omonkwa maybe Ghana Police Service. What are you doing about this? Yeah, in your political rally, our parliament. So what is this? What is this? Party amu wa abemu pa mo bo mo brate se mo opposition be 300 years.